Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new storyline Pedro card to review today, and in all fairness, he actually looks like a pretty decent card. We're taking a look at a card that is 5'7" with high work rates, right-footed with 4-star skills, but also has the 5-star weak foot. In regards to his base card stats, they do look very good, but we have to take a look at what he actually looks like in-game with the traits. And this is one thing that I actually didn't take a look at when I was reviewing the new storyline cards for this season, and it was the finesse shot trait and the outside foot shot trait, which is obviously a huge thing in this game. The fact that he can do that also with his 5-star weak foot is going to be a hugely beneficial thing. So this is obviously the card that I think most people are going to be getting regardless of team of the season, just because the card looks sick. We're going to see how he performs in game. Hopefully he's a beast. We'll see what's up with that, right? In regards to his pace, he has 93 acceleration with 87 sprint speed. Okay, so shooting is at 93 attacking positioning, 89 finishing, 88 shot power. Okay, so with the Hunter chemistry style, boosting his pace would be a beneficial thing because of the fact that his dribbling stats do look good already. And I feel like you do want to improve his shooting as much as possible. You do want to improve his pace as much as possible because for me personally, I do see myself using this card in the left or right attack mid position, especially with that 5-star weak foot, or in the cam position. So very interesting little variables to work with over there. He does actually have a passing presence too, which is really good because he has 90 short passing, 80 long passing with 91 curve. And then his dribbling stats, again, for base card stats, actually look very solid. So I do think the Hunter looks like the best option for this card. Potentially even a Hawk, because with the Hawk chemistry style, giving him a little bit of extra physical could be helpful, but he is small, so in all fairness, it doesn't really matter, because when you're small, the reach of a taller player is going to be more beneficial, right? So in regards to traits are already very good. I mean, the card looks sick, right? In the review, I was even mentioning to people how he looks like a really good card, especially with the right chemistry style. So I'm definitely interested to see how he plays in game. This is the team that we are going to be using for this player review. I'll show you guys how he will line up in game. This is going to be from Ranner's Tactics. So be sure to go check out his YouTube channel. This is, I think, his recent video was like a week ago. I like to try out different people's tactics to see if I end up enjoying their 4-2-3-1 formation. So yeah, be sure to go check it out. But we are going to be using the 4-2-3-1 with Pedro playing in the right cam position. We will rotate him as the game progresses. We'll put him in the middle, we'll put him on the left side. We'll see what's up with this card. I love Richarlison's off the ball movement, so that's why he's the one that's staying up top for me over there. I think he has like balance for all of his attackers in this situation with a player like Kevin De Bruyne on the attack. So should be very interesting. Let's get into a game, see how this card plays. Hopefully he is a beast. Alright guys, we'll switch to our attacking tactics. Let's see how he plays. Great fake shot. He's too small there to get that ball in the air. Height is always a thing that's going to be relevant, right? But that's going to be like a very small moment in game where he's just not going to be able to get the ball in that moment. But, I mean, he's still going to be sick in other regards. Oh, look at him with the defensive presence right there, actually, with those high work rates. That was nice, actually. Great utilization of off-the-ball movement for the side position right there. That was actually really nice. There we go. Eusebio with the beast movement right there to score that opportunity. Nice little goal. Guys, I'm really liking Pedro's off-the-ball movement on the sides right now. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Alright, so we have to go into another game over here because people keep leaving once you score the first goal in Division Rivals, so... Dude, he actually has insane defensive work rates. Like, if you tell this guy to come back in defense, he'll come back in defense. Like, I don't even have the instructions set on him for him to come back in defense, and he's still doing it. Let's just get rid of that kickoff real quick. Dude, like, he's aggressively pushing back. The high defensive work rates are incredibly noticeable on this card so far. You see how he starts to transition into the middle? You guys see that part right there? That's what I love my players on the sides to do. I love that off-the-ball movement so much, and the fact that he's actually doing it is amazing. It's already a huge plus for me on this card, for sure. This guy's playing super defensive, so we have to kind of like build up the play a little bit more slowly here, but it's good, man, because in that way we'll be able to see what his off-the-ball movement is like in regards to opening up space for himself. So I just gotta focus a little bit here. See, that's where the Hunter chemistry style is very helpful on. I can't even make the pass. Having the Hunter chemistry style on the sides, like having pace on the sides in general is just a hugely important thing. If you don't have the pace, you can definitely screw yourself over, right? So it's just important to get into the positions quickly, right? Especially with a player like this that has incredible off-the-ball movement. Like, I'm loving it so far. It's definitely an ideal situation for sure. All right, look at that. Right into the middle, man, to offer his support. I love that. That fullback's overcommitted, so now we'll utilize that space on the side really quickly. Let's see what we can work with over here. Little bounce pass. Nice little finish. Richarlison with great off-the-ball movement to get back into the position to score that opportunity. Pedro with the Hunter chemistry style, having the pace to get into that situation, has great passing ability as well to score that opportunity. So, I mean, guys, first impressions are a very big thing with me, right? And there are specific linear characteristics that your players need to have in the attacking area, and Pedro has those linear characteristics. Like, he has the finesse shot trait, he has the outside foot shot trait, his off-the-ball movement in the attack is great, he offers this defensive presence for you with the high work rates. Like, look, if I switch off of him, the way that he moves up and down, left and right to occupy that position is brilliant, you know? This guy's attack is a little bit patient, so you kind of have to, like, be really patient in regards to what you overcommit. Like, you have to be careful on the kickoff, because if he scores that, you're kind of screwed. But he's, like, a very patient build-up player, so you have to have a little bit of patience with these guys, you know? Again, Pedro in a perfect position to get behind the defense again. Richarlison with a great off-the-ball movement. I love that movement, man. Off-the-ball movement, chat, it's just a hugely important thing, man. I'm telling you, it's just like, it's such an underrated thing. People don't look at it enough. Like, the way your players move to open up the space in the attack and in the defensive area is just hugely important, man. This guy's definitely using the meta of this game of, like, the super defensive / more conservative build-up play in the attack, so we have to be way more patient with this guy for sure. Good dribbling right there. The left stick dribbling was responsive enough to open up the space for himself right there. Aggressive run. Comes back into position really quickly. Does it again to open up the space in the fullback position. Now he kind of like lingers to the side right there. I'm liking the way he's playing, man. He's not predictable, right? Having players in the attacking area that are not predictable is a hugely important thing. What I kind of want to do right now is, because he's so great in the right cam position, I want to try him out in the center cam position to see how he plays in that position, because the high work rates is definitely a very interesting variable to have. We'll play Eusebio off to the right side with his high-medium work rates, and then Mane's high-medium to the left side, and we'll see what he plays like with Richarlison at high-medium. So, should be very interesting. Lingers to the side, goes back into the cam position. He's always trying to make those runs, though. Kind of pushes against the back four in that situation. Okay. It's not a personal preference of mine to use cams that behave that way, but he is always moving, again, making the play less predictable, which is obviously a hugely beneficial thing. Left stick dribbling to open up in tight spaces like this, really nice as well. Might be able to score an opportunity like this. Oh, man, it doesn't even register to Richarlison properly there. Oh, there it is. Little first-time pass, and we don't score that opportunity. Should have been a better pass there, actually, but can't blame Pedro for that. This game just not necessarily ideal meta-wise. How does he move over here? Plays off my dribble. Okay, so he stays on the edge of the 18-yard box in that situation, which isn't bad. I'm okay with that. How do you do over here? Utilizing empty space instantly. Okay. Goes back into the cam-ish position, too. I mean, he definitely feels usable there, for sure. I mean, I think the characteristics that he has, it's better to use players like this for the sides, for sure. But if you want to use him there, he's definitely incredibly usable. Like, the high work rates of him just being all over the place is really nice. Like, I'm really enjoying his off-the-ball movement part of the card the most, I would say. But, you know, I wanted to try him on the cam position. I just don't think he's the best there, you know? But he's very, very nice. Offers a great defensive presence if you want him to be in the cam position, side positions, whatever you choose. I don't know, he's fun, man, for sure. Like, you see how he's always moving? Like, he's not, like, a strict cam, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I love the way that players like Messi move in the cam spot in regards to off-the-ball movement. This guy's super defensive, so this guy... We're gonna have a really boring game here, guys, because this meta is amazing. It's good to test out against these guys, though, because that way you can actually test out some attacking abilities from certain players. Nice. Shot from that angle. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. See, this is why it's good to test out against these guys, because, guys, that right there is a low percentage shot, and he... Obviously, it's a near post strike. It is one of the most consistent ways to score in this game, but the angle of him facing away from goal in that situation, and he still bangs it to the top right, is really, really nice, man. I'm thoroughly enjoying this card. I like him way more than Götze. I'll definitely say that right now. Yeah, he's pretty sick, dude. Alright guys, so final verdict on the storyline Pedro card is that if you guys end up choosing this card, you're actually looking at a very, very solid card, right? Off the ball movement in the attack, he's always moving. Once I realized that he was moving into the middle from the side positions, I was like, this guy's a god, I absolutely love him, right? Like, that characteristic of left cams and right cams, them doing that is such a huge thing that I always talk to people about. Mane doesn't really feel like he does that, but Pedro 100% does, right? That off the ball movement in the attack is great. Mostly on the sides. He's good in the cam position as well. It's just that I prefer to have him on the sides. I feel like he's wasted in the middle, but he's definitely usable in the middle. He's not terrible. He's usable, and the play, again, is less predictable. So if you can have somebody else in the right wing position or right cam position, and you could put Pedro in the middle, it wouldn't be a bad thing to do, right? Now, in regards to chemistry styles, I do think the Hunter makes sense to use him in the side positions, just because having that extra sprint speed to chase after the ball and win against fullbacks, I feel like is really beneficial, because I feel like his dribbling in-game actually feels good enough. Now, in FIFA, having them to be 99s is the most beneficial thing because of the fact that the gameplay is the way that it is, right? But I do think that the Hunter, for whatever gameplay you play in, is going to be the most beneficial thing, because having that pace and that off-the-ball movement to get into certain attacking spaces is really, really nice. 5-star weak foot's great. 4-star skill moves is great. He has 91 stamina with the high work rates. Comes back in the defensive areas with the high defensive work rates really, really quickly without me actually telling him to come back in defense, which is, it's like, you're already sold for me, right? And yeah, the only real problem with the card is that his dribbling could be a little bit more responsive, but that's because of the gameplay. And obviously the 5'7" height isn't ideal for certain attacking spaces, because at the end of the day, the guys that are tall, or at least 5'10", they make more of a difference because of the height. But regardless of the fact that he's not a tall player, or at least 5'10" or 5'9" or whatever, he's still an absolute monster, and I really enjoyed using this card. I do think he's going to be the best option out of the three, in my personal opinion. I rate this card more than I rate Götze's card, for sure. And then there's obviously Umtiti that I may be able to get afterwards. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review today. And I really appreciate all the support you guys are showing the YouTube channel. Again, guys, be sure to check out Ranners on YouTube. His tactics for the 4-2-3-1, I really enjoyed using them in this game. So yeah, be sure to go check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching the content. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.